What is good, kings and queens? Today, I need to do a bisque firing. I was waiting to do this because I have some stuff drying, but I don't think all the stuff I have is gonna fit anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do a bisque fire. But I thought this might be a educational moment. Maybe I could show some people who have like a manual kiln like I have how I bisque fire this thing because it is a finicky fucking bastard, and it likes to underfire at points. But I think I have a solution, at least for mugs. So we're gonna load this thing up, and I'm gonna bring you along. So we're gonna need a tripod. So naturally, we begin our journey in the kiln room here. Ignore this junk that I need to take to the curb. But I have a lot of mugs, and I have like 50 dry. So I think I can fit most of these into the kiln, but we'll see. So I'm gonna set up this tripod, and then we'll start getting those in. Let's do it. So first things first, actually, we're gonna take our kiln furniture out, because usually we fire with the furniture in because we put shelves, but what I'm thinking this time around is that if I don't do shelves, I just stack the mugs independently. What will happen is better airflow, better circulation within the kiln, and also more room. So we're gonna give it a try. Hopefully it works. But the first thing we gotta do is remove all of our furniture. Which there's not much in there. I just had like 6 stilts. Maybe it would be beneficial if I could show you guys from outside the kiln, inside the kiln, how I'm gonna stack it. So I'm gonna bring this over. All right, boys. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta get our cone into the kiln sitter. So we got our cones right here. These are a new box, actually. Woo! We're trying a new box of cones, boys. So this is how they come. I'll just show you. They come like as a bar. Not that kind, guys. And you just snap it in half and then you get 2. So we're gonna set these back aside. And what we do is, let me show you this. We set the cone inside this to hold up this lever. But what's that lever do, you might be wondering? Well, I'll show you what that lever does. That lever holds up this little hook. Okay, this is the best I could do as far as getting this tripod to stand up. Okay, but that little hook, as you can see, controls this little arm right here. So what we do is we hold this up. This is our weight. So when this flips, the kiln turns off. This is our safety, and then we have our timer. So we have 2 ways that the kiln will go off. So we set this up. We hold that little lever up to bring our arm down, and then we set the cone with the flat side down in this on these little things here. This is called the kiln sitter. So yeah, so that's what we do, and I'll show you the look inside the kiln in 1 second here. You know. All right, so we got that set up, and then from inside the kiln, you'll now see that we have our little cone holding up that little lever. So what'll happen is, as the kiln gets hotter, this is gonna melt because it's the same consistency as like a glaze, like a cone 06 glaze. So it's gonna melt, and then once that melts, our weight drops, and then we got our firing. We let it cool down. So I'm gonna start loading this up real quick so I can show you guys my thought process here, and then we'll start the fire together. So I'll probably time lapse this, but we'll see. Literally, this is like 60. If I had 100, I probably could fit all of them. So that's good to know. This is not as full as I thought, but yeah, we got a lot of mugs in there. They're stacked 3 high. And a lot of them, not a lot of them, but some of them are kind of wet. So we're just going to turn this on. We're going to set it up so that we're firing for 9 hours. And we're just going to do one low on the bottom. And we're going to do off in the middle. And then we're going to do one low on the top. Actually, I don't even want to go that hot because I want to make sure everything. So I'm just going to do low on the bottom for the first 2 hours so everything dries out. So we got that going. Oh, wait. Okay, we turned on our kiln, but we still got to plug it in. Damn it. So we got to plug our guy in with our massive cord here. So got our kiln plugged in. You can hear that. We got a red light, low on the bottom. And I'll keep you guys tagged along so that if you are firing along at home, you can do this too. First thing I'll do here is I will lower my hood. And since I am doing a candling cycle here to dry everything, I'm going to leave a break in here for the first couple hours. So that way, everything can be nice and dry in there. Turn on our vent. And then as always, we got to do a log. It is, let's see, it is 10, what is it, fucking the 20th already. Bisque Fire, and then it is 4 o'clock p.m. and we are off low. So that's where we're at there. We'll be back in a couple hours to adjust. Make sure your peepholes are in. And now we just let the kiln do its thing until we come back. All right, I just came back down here just a couple minutes later. I just wanted to show you guys, I did put my bowls in there too, so we are pretty well stacked. I got 8 bowls, just kind of stacked, you know. Trust in the kiln gods. We got this. We'll close it back up now. All right, kings and queens, I just got back from walking the dog. And I gotta peep this kiln so that we can see if everything's pretty much dry. And if it is pretty much dry, you know, we'll just we'll kick it up to medium, and we'll fire for another couple hours at medium. But let's take a look, see what we're working with. All right, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, so we'll close this up and crank it up to medium. Actually, we'll do about an hour on low. Hey. All right, what the fuck is up, boys? We are heading down to the studio here. It is about 11 o'clock at night, and we need to crank this freaking kiln up to high, so we're gonna do that right now. It is red hot in that mug. What is up, y'all? It is the next day, and we need to unload this kiln. See what we got. All right, per normal. Bring that up. Then let's see what we got in here. Everything looks good. Got some good meltage. Our cones did not melt right. We probably should have let this fire a little bit longer, but everything's bisque, so we'll go ahead and unload this and load up the shelves. All right, y'all. So we got about 60 mugs up here. We got to get on glazing because we got a lot of work ahead of us. But I hope this video was useful for some of you guys. Everything's bisqued. So it didn't really get to the temperature I wanted it to get to, but that's fine. You know, we'll still be able to glaze this stuff, and we'll focus a little harder on the glaze fire and making sure that we get to the right temperature. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. All right, so that was it, guys. That was the Bisque Fire for today. Got about 60 mugs made, 8 bowls. Got a lot of glazing to do, so I'll probably make some videos about the glazing process, and then I'll do a glaze fire video soon. So I hope this was useful, and I love you. So keep on slaying, and we'll see you on the next one.